The follow-up on some wiring, I couldn't follow a couple pieces of the wiring, was superb. The time spent on the calls, and then I brought the RV over and we've solved the problem. It's nice to get the time and the reliability. I think the fact that I could follow up on a problem and get results was very helpful. Mine is a D style, theirs is an A+ style.
Well, we do what we can.
Mr. Tad Brothers, goodbye. I'm a happy guy.
All right. Hi everyone, welcome to Taddy Brothers. I'm Tamir, and in this video we're going to go over our installation of our new AHD 1080p wired systems. This specific setup is going to be a one camera version, but obviously if you're going to connect 3 or 4 cameras, the setup is similar. You just have to position the cameras in different places. What makes this system special is 2 things. First, it's our first system that's in 1080p, that's a wired connection. What that means is that you're going to see every channel on the screen in 1080p, and the cameras will give you insane quality day or night with the automatic night vision. Then we've also upgraded the connections. So now all the cameras and the monitors have a 4-pin connector, which means that instead of you threading 2 cables from the back to the front, you now need just to thread 1 cable. Right? In the past, you'd have to send the RCA cable, then you'd have to do a power cable. You don't need to do that anymore because now the entire system is powered from 1 source and you only need 1 cable. This system is perfect for a motorhome. As you're going to see, we're going to install it there. And obviously delivery vans, delivery trucks, all kinds of commercial vehicles. We've already put this on many forklifts and a few delivery vans. The SKU number for this specific system is the 36912, and if you want the multi-camera version of it, it is the 81657. Both systems can be upgraded to a 9 or a 10 inch, and obviously whatever monitor you choose, you now have the option of also upgrading it to include an integrated mobile DVR. All that can be done directly on the website. Now, one caveat with this installation that you're going to see. When you buy these systems, they come with all the wiring and cable that you need. You don't have to upgrade anything. However, this specific customer wanted to use his existing cables. So you're going to see how we're connecting the 4-pin to the RCA. Just in case you guys have an old system and you want to upgrade, you can do that as well. If you don't have that, it already comes with all the cables you need. The installation is going to be a lot easier, and that's basically it. So once again, the SKU number for this specific system is 36912, and the multi-camera system is the 81657. Oh yeah, one more thing. We're very proud of these products. They are our first designed in-house. Camera, monitor, everything we did. And notice the indicator lights, right? That'll show you if the camera's on, and if there's anybody outside, they can see if, they're seeing that you're recording. So that's kind of a deterrent, right? One last thing, in the RV camera, if you look close, zoom in on it, you will see that the American flag is etched right into it. That is our nod to the country that made this all possible. All right, let's get the video started. All right, everybody, so here we have a customer that came in for a replacement of their older system. This is their second system that they purchased from us. This one is a 9-inch monitor from many years ago. So you could see they put it on their dash and they've been really happy with it, but the setup was, they never had it set up professionally. So they came in this time and they wanted us to make it a little nicer for them. So we are gonna do our best to help them out, and let's see how it comes out. But this is the monitor. I'll take you guys out to show you how the back looks. Okay, so what you're seeing here is the cameras that are on the back of this Winnebago. The one under the third brake light, the brake light over there, that came with their trailer. That's before our time. Then they bought that camera there many years ago, and now we're going to swap it out for them. We're going to try to save the hole so we don't have to drill more holes there. We'll see what we can do, but we're going to swap them out to something better. Yeah, so first we're taking off the camera. We're using the Allen wrench to remove the camera from the U-bracket, and we'll see what it looks like after that. And then we'll decide if we're going to change the bracket or not in this device. All right, there you go.
And what do you think? You just pull it out of there?
Wanna...
Oh, okay, so you want to take the U bracket off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we take one of them off.
Alright.
And that one. The other one. Simple dimple. 5 minutes later, it's done.
Okay, so you took the camera out, and now we got that. All right, let's clean that off for him a little bit and see what we're doing with the other camera. Let's run the power through there, or the cable. Well, actually, you don't need to do that, right? We're just going to mount the camera and put the cable through there and power from the other side with the 4-pin.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, cool.
So what we're doing here is just opening up the room a little bit, the hole a little bit more, just so the aviator connector could go through.
Right, because the RCA cable is too thin.
Enough. There we go. We loosen up the grommet, we put it in, and it should be looking something like this.
All right. Perfect. Now, while Gabe is out there installing the camera, he put the wire in through here. We're going to actually connect it here. The customer wants to first try to use his old wiring. So we do have an adapter that'll connect this 4-pin with that RCA. But let's go out and see what Gabe is working on.
All right, so right now the next step is to actually bolt down the U-bracket with the 4 screws. So I'm going to take off these 4 screws that already come here with the little Allen wrench that comes with it. And then that way I can bolt it out correctly. Not an issue. If I need to modify it, the camera won't bug me. And after that, I'll just mount it back up and secure it.
Now, remind the folks that the Allen wrench actually is included in the box, right? Yes. So if you have a side camera or an RV camera or bird's eye view, the Allen wrench is included.
All the tools are included inside the box, so that way it comes with the washer, the plastic, and the
I
metal
think you
washer.
even get some extras just in case you drop them, because I would drop them, and if I drop them, I don't want to go to Home Depot, so we'll give extra to everybody. Perfect. Now, what's nice about this camera, in contrast to the older one, it doesn't have any moving parts, right? The other one had this sun shield and all that stuff, so we're not going to have that issue anymore. It's all self-contained, no moving parts, right? And it even has indicator lights to show you that you're recording, so look at all those LEDs for the night vision. It's fantastic. All right, cool. So we got that over here set up. You see that? Gabe's gonna get down the ladder. Hopefully he doesn't die while he's doing that. All right.
Oh, he's done it a long time.
I'm not as young as I used to be.
Yeah. So here's the camera over here. It's set up. It's installed. It's a lot cleaner than how it used to look. You guys remember that, right? But that's number one. Now the next stage is going to be to connect it to the power and see how it works. Okay. So here we have the 4-pin connector. And this is the customer's old connection right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually adapt it because the customer wants to keep his old wiring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it here. Now remember, you have that locking mechanism that you have here. That goes there like that. And then we're just going to simply plug it into the old wiring. Now when you get it, you're going to want these, we call them jupe cheeks. They're couplers, right? but let's see what this guy here. So we have a female coupler, so the RCAs can connect like that, and then we're going to connect this right here. Now, one more thing I want to show you guys. All right, this is done. This is good to go. The next thing I want to show you is a little trick that we learned. It's an old military thing. If you don't want these to fall apart, what you can do is you can pull the wire a little bit more. Right, so you have a little bit more room there for it. Like this. Right? Like this. Right? And you do a little knot that you see like this. Like that. And then we connect it again. Right? So we go like this. And we go like this. Oops. Sorry, hold on. There we go. Now we have a little knot here. And we're going to connect the RCA. We're going to connect the DC. Right? And now it's tight. Right? So even if something happens, somebody falls on it or whatever, it's not going to do anything. I'm going to hang it back up for the guy, because that's what they want. Like this, and then they put it here on their little shower curtain rod, but now you have that set up. Typically these things are hidden in a closet, right? But the customer wants to keep their own wiring, so we're going to do that, and this is what we have. So now you've basically made two locking setups. Let's go see how it works. All right, so what we have here is the customer wired it himself. They did a self-install, and basically what he did was he took a wire and he connected the ground, the power, and the negative here, and then he fed this wire, this white wire that you see right here, through the dash of the vehicle to where we are in the front, right? So that's what we have there, and now we're going to go to the other side. You'll see it feed out and how we're going to connect it to the camera. All right, so what we have here is the newer monitor, and what we're going to do is, at the customer's request, we're actually going to mount that on his old mount. It's because it's backwards compatible. So we're going to replace that screen with this screen. We have it powered up, but we haven't connected any cameras to it yet. But obviously it's got the U-bracket connection, but we also made it backwards compatible for those that want the butterfly or even the GoPro mount that you could see here. You actually get all those mounts with it, and you can decide once you install what you want to do. As for the power, the wiring that you saw it there feeds up into here, that you can see right here. And what we did was we connected the black to the ground and the red and the yellow to the positive. Okay, that's that wiring here. We're gonna clean that up for him a little bit afterwards once we get the camera installed. See how easy it is.
So you're gonna fit with this?
Yeah, you're just gonna use the old.
No, I was gonna go back there. So
He's using the GoPro mount.
Let's go.
Oh, you want to get the
Drills and
drills?
everything?
Yeah, get the drills and all that stuff. Oh, we do this. There you go. So you're using a GoPro mount, then you're gonna lock it in like that. Okay, so now we're gonna connect the camera in the back to the monitor in the front. This is the customer's older monitor. This is our CVBS version, the standard definition. These are the old wires that he had here. It was a standard RCA, right? So he has an RCA cable here, but what we're gonna do is, similar to what we did in the back, we're gonna convert this to a 4-pin, which again, you get that in the box itself. Here's the 4-pin adapter, okay? So we're gonna plug this in here, like this, and like that. That is the standard way of doing it, but we're gonna show you guys the military quick way again to do it. So we're gonna hold it, we're gonna do a little twist, like this, and then we're gonna connect 1 and 2, and that's it. Now, no matter what happens, every time you pull on it, it actually makes it tighter, right? So the next thing is we're gonna connect it into the harness, okay? So, sorry about that. Here, Gabe, come over here so we can see it. So here's the monitor. We have that right there, right? Okay, now here's what I'm doing. I'm taking this thing here. We're going to take the harness, which is already connected to the power, right? And I'm going to look for channel 1. We got here 4, 3, 1 right here. And then all you got to do now is just plug it in like this, and you're good to go. There's a beautiful, bright picture you see back there. And we've set it all up here. Now the next thing is to clean this up a little bit, make it look a little nicer. I'm going to take out some of these aviator connectors, make it a little nicer for him, and we're good to go. Now he also happened to get the one with the DVR, so that they can record and all that stuff. And in the future, if they want, they now have the capability, because you have all these channels, right, to add side cameras or front cameras, and it's just as easy.
right? Because the monitor is now powering the cameras, where in the old version, you had to get separate power for everything. There's also wireless adapters if you want to make it wireless, but generally speaking, this thing can take up to 4 cameras.
All right, now that we have the camera working inside, what Gabe is going to do is he's going to adjust the camera. He's going to lock it in. He's going to put in all those screws that we told you we give you extra, so he can lock it in. Right now, I want you to pay attention. On the bottom of the camera, you can see that that also has like a GoPro connection. So if you wanted to use it with some kind of RAM mount and you don't want to use the U bracket, you can do that as well. We prefer the U bracket. We think it's more stable, but we did put that option there for you if you need it, right? Like if you want to connect it to the ladder with a C-clamp, right? That would be a perfect way to do it. So as you can see, Gabe is over there tightening it up. He's putting them in. What he's doing is he's putting all the screws halfway into the camera, and this way when he tightens it up, he can tighten it and get that angle that he wants, or that the customer thinks is the best angle that he can do it with.
What you guys are seeing here, Gabe is adjusting the lens. He's putting in all the screws and everything, just getting that perfect view. So we're just gonna go back and forth until he gets the view that he wants, but he's locking it into the camera so we know we have that view that we need and it's stable. And when you're going down the road, you're not going to have any kind of shaking or rattling or anything like that. You want that picture to be stable, right? Now, by the way, you see his shirt's a little purple right now because the night vision's already activating because he's covering it up. As soon as he leaves, it's going to go black, right? But that's like one of the benefits of the automatic night vision right here. But that's the basic setup. You see, we just plugged it in and it was good to go. But okay, so now we're just going to clean up a little bit and we'll see what the customer thinks. Okay, so Lee, what we did here today is we changed your old camera for a new one. We gave you an AHD 1080p camera. We replaced the monitor inside. You were mentioning something before about this thing being 6 inches shorter or longer. Why is that a benefit to you? I'm just wondering.
That's on the RV itself.
Yeah.
The RV is 6 inches narrower.
Oh, so it's easier to park in different places.
Drive around on the roads and so on and so forth.
Okay, all right. What do you use the camera typically for?
Backing up.
Do you use it at night when you're driving and all that? Like, does the night vision
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Just to see who's running behind us.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it comes in useful that way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you mentioned something about you used to work on a farm or something? Like, what is that?
I grew up on a farm. That's why mechanically we do this. But electronics is a little different, and all electronics is
Well, you did a pretty good job with your wiring. I mean, it's not as nice as I would do it, but it was good enough.
Yeah, mine is a D style. Theirs is an A+ style.
Well, we do what we can. But I think overall, are you satisfied with the results here?
Well, the follow-up on some wiring, I couldn't follow a couple pieces of the wiring, was superb. The number of phone calls, the time spent on the calls, and then I brought the RV over and we've solved the problems relatively quick. And it's nice to get the time and the reliability. I think the fact that I could follow up on a problem and get results was very helpful, very pleasing.
Well, that's very generous of you to say. I appreciate it. Thanks, sir. Lee, it was nice meeting you. If you need anything, you obviously know where to find us. You know where we live. Okay. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
I think we got the parts.
All right.
Mr. Tad Brothers, goodbye. I'm a happy guy.
All right.
All right, so there you have it. That is how you set up our new AHD 1080p backup camera systems. As you can see, this new system here, it looks very cool. But beyond that, it is 1080p. It's got the new connections, right? So instead of the threading multiple cables from the back to the front, you now just thread one cable and it locks in. So no matter what happens, you're not gonna lose connection. It's gonna look flawless on the road, day or night. Remember, when you buy the system, you're going to get a very easy to follow instruction manual with a bunch of videos showing you how to set up that really get into the nitty gritty of how to maximize all the benefits of the camera. That's the triggers, the delays, all these different things will be included. Now, if you want to buy any of these systems, what you're going to do is scan the QR code, right? Or you're going to whip on over to TadiBrothers.com. The one camera version is 36912. Again, scan the QR code or put in our search bar 36912. Get the 10-inch. Everybody loves the 10-inch. If you want the multi-camera version, scan this QR code or whip on over to TadiBrothers.com and put in the number 816 5657. No matter what you choose, we believe you're going to be very happy with it. Remember, your old cameras will still work with this new system if you want to keep them, right? So you have that benefit there. But if you have any other questions, feel free to call our American-based team at 866-966-5550. They are here 7 days a week. If you want to speak with me, I'm Tamir. I'm always around. It'll be my honor to earn your business. From all of us here at Taddy Brothers, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and as always, safe travels. Bye-bye.